William Shatner went into space. Cirroc Lofton, as a fellow astronaut and Star Trek actor. Any thoughts on that?
Wow, that is amazing. I hadn't heard about it. No one was talking about it. No, I'm glad he made it back, because my first thought was he's going to die in space, and that would be kind of really cool but tragic at the same time.
It's a good way to go.
It's kind of a good way to go for him and his character, but I was, I'm glad he made it back, and it kind of seems like, I guess, the whole life imitating art imitating life type of circular pattern that we have in life, and the fact that he's done it now, it kind of makes sense, because now it just makes everything else he did more true in some sense or another. So
he's by far the oldest now who's done it, right? Because I think the previous record was 82, and now he's 90 up there. So it's a giant leap.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was worried about him. I was like, because you go on the ride at Magic Mountain, and there's a height limit to get on the roller coaster. But apparently, you can be 100 and still go to space, so that's a good thing. But no, I'm happy for him. It seems like we're moving in a direction where he won't be the only one, and there will be a lot of other people that get to live the life that I did for 7 years, looking out at the stars from a window.
Aww, for 7 seconds. Then he started to fall again.
Yeah. But the only Klingons that he was fighting were his tidy whities.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow. I had to make some dumb Klingon joke, probably.
Ryan liked that way too much.
Yes. Well, we were all thinking it.
That was a Ryan joke, actually. Ryan projected it into my mind, and it just forced itself out of my mouth.
I do not project Klingons.
Well, what did you think about it, Ryan? What did you think about him going to space?
I had the same initial concern, because I know that as far as like NASA and all those kind of things, organizations go, there's an enormous amount of training, physical training, so that to be sure that people can handle the rigors of not just being up in space, but that initial launch. I mean, those are G forces and stuff. And I don't know what the difference is. I learned that
on I Dream of Genius. Giving a lot of training.
No, this is not.
Yeah, but they were astronauts and they had tons of training to go into space.
Well, then there you go. And
I don't know. Was like 60s technology, though. This is like 2021 technology. It's probably a lot easier to go up into space now.
Oh, who knows?
Smoother ride.
I don't know much about that, or the differences or similarities between, say, NASA and those organizations and the ones that are more privately owned. So
I think the training is online now or through Zoom.
There's an app for it. You just download an app for $1.99.
Yeah, a lot less physical.
Yeah, most of the NASA missions are 12 minutes too. So
there you go.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I was concerned because you don't want to think that, but I mean, 90. Good Lord, like 90.
Yeah.
That is a legitimate number. That is a significant amount of decades. But, apparently it all went well. And apparently Shatner had some very moving and emotional feelings about it and words to share about it, which was great. And I think for a moment there, everybody kind of came together and read his words and watched his video. And just about everybody. And was moved by how much he was moved. I think that was, at least to me, I felt like that was the most special moment, was seeing a 90-year-old being moved by something that maybe was one of the most powerful experiences of his life. And you can kind of live vicariously through somebody when you see how affected they are by something. So that was pretty cool. And I was glad to see that kind of hopping around Twitter for a day, that reaction. Anne-Marie was a little annoyed. When he started crying,
I was just like,
yeah. What'd you say? Yeah. I was a little by it.
Annoyed by it. She's like, oh my God, why is...
Okay, first of all, I told you you know that I love William Shatner and Captain Kirk. And you know my first response was I wanted to join the Mile High Club with him. And my other
with Kirk or Shatner, and at what age group?
The 50-mile club with him.
Any age.
But, about 66 kilometers.
But I mean, I think it's just a really beautiful moment to think like somebody who was on a TV show in the 60s. Like no one could have ever dreamed that like this B show, the captain, like years later would actually be in space. That's just really contemplative.
Yeah. Contemplative.
Yeah.
What I took away from that though is Bill Shatner, if you're watching, you got a shot with Dr. Anne-Marie Siegel.
Mm-hmm. I know you're single.
That's what you took away.
Yeah.
That's my takeaway, yeah.
Dr. Anne-Marie Single.
You can DM me.
Mohammed, did you have any thoughts that were not covered last week? Because I feel like everybody was kind of throwing out ideas. I don't know if you had.
Yeah, nothing that you guys didn't already say. Yeah, I mean, I was like you all. I was nervous about the fact that he was that old going up. On the other hand, there are upsides to it in the sense that one of the concerns from going into space is like cosmic ray exposure, which could cause some sort of long-term cancer effect. But like when you're 90, like probably that's not going to affect you.
Yeah,
you know, you're probably going to be fine.
Yeah. I don't want to take away from his moment or anything, but I was asked to do this a few years ago when another space company was sending stuff up into space.
Ooh.
And I was asked by this company, and I'm not supposed to say, but it's owned by a billionaire who also owns a car company.
So
Elon Musk.
That only narrows it down to like one.
Yeah. So they wanted me to drive the car that they sent into space, and I told them that I didn't think it would be good for my career.
Yeah.
To be launched in space in the front seat of a Tesla.
That could have negative repercussions.
That's very amused by those like Amazon Prime Directive memes.
Okay.
Like, that was
gosh, yes. Or the one where he's looking out the window and he turns around and he's like, and people edit like Star Wars scenes and
or
Star
like that
Trek,
Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah.
Like somebody's on a wing of a plane. Like there were so many good ones. It was a great day.
Yeah.
Cirroc, a lot of people got really excited when you first started telling your story. We wanted it to be true. And the whole time we were all scared. Like, is this...
I could tell.
Are we about
just turned out to be a Ryan joke?
No, we've been boimed.
It was Enterprise, rent a car.
Enterprise.
Yes.